PALS is a tutoring and mentoring program for inner city girls in the DC area. Originally founded as a tutoring and mentoring program for 7th and 8th graders, and since that time we've expanded to now encompass high school girls and elementary girls, so we are currently working with 3rd through 11th grade students. PALS follows the 4 pillars of YLF, which are academic enrichment, character formation, personal mentoring, and parental involvement.
Okay, so cheerfulness is one of them, and that's in that paragraph, okay? But then the other thing, can somebody tell me what it is where it says he was a very old and intimate friend of the family? What does that show about Mr. Knight? Any ideas?
For our academic enrichment component during the summer, we have academic classes in math, science, English, and history. This particular summer we're doing some philosophy as well, which is really great. And the idea behind the academics is that the girls need to hone in on their basic skills. We are trying to get the students to understand the importance of education and provide an environment for them to be able to ask questions that they might be embarrassed to ask during school, or just provide extra academic support.
And then to tell them how hard.
So this past school year, starting last summer, we were able to introduce 2 special programs into PALS. One is the SAIC robotics program, and the other one is the Capital One financial literacy program. So last summer we got a donation from SAIC to run a robotics program, which is really honing in on STEM skills, which are the science, technology, engineering, and math skills. And this is particularly great for PALS just because a lot of the times girls in particular don't get that science-based learning or aren't as drawn to it. So the robotics program is able to introduce that. It's very hands-on. We use Lego Mindstorm kits and computers to program these little robotic cars to be able to do different tasks. So the teachers give instructions to the students, and then then the students kind of plug it into the computer, and the robot does whatever the instructions were. And so it's a lot of problem-solving skills. If the robot doesn't do what it was supposed to, they have to go back and figure out, what went wrong? How can I solve this problem? And it can get really frustrating. The girls are working in groups, so everyone has different ideas of what they should do, but this is the basis of, what skills they will need to go out into the job market in the future, to be able to work in teams, to be able to problem solve and realize that, the first time you do things, it's not always going to go right, so you have to be able to go back and realize, okay, I didn't do it right, let's reevaluate where we're at. What we're really known for is our character component. Our character program is all about instilling basic virtues in these girls and getting them to understand that we all have freedom, we all have dignity, and how can we use that well? So in today's society, it's really hard to be a young woman, and there's a lot of messages that come at these girls about what's important or what we should value in the world. And here at PALS, we're kind of teaching them that this is what really matters, is that you have freedom and you are a human, and what does it mean to be human? We explore questions like about vocation, about what your role in the world is going to be, and then something as simple as punctuality and the importance of punctuality.
I used to have a problem with being punctual when I was younger, and I used to work with them on how to be punctual every day to school or at any other event. So now I'm like that because I realize how important that is to be on time. And they used to work with me step by step for that, and also respect and being honest, stuff like that. That helps me be a well-rounded person.
If you can take that as an elective, because that looks really good for college if you want to go into that major and you've already taken a class that's directly related to it.
They're getting the class like either next year or like the year after.
Okay. So yeah, so find out.
In addition to character classes, we have one-on-one mentoring, and that's a great opportunity for girls to set long-term and short-term goals with their mentor and kind of talk about what areas they want to grow personally over the summer and then during the school year. And the great thing about our programs are that they can continue year-round. So we have students that have started in third grade and are now entering 8th grade, and they have come back every year, building one year after another.
PALS was like just really cool. Like I made a lot of friends going, and it was just a really good program. It was single sex, so I ended up going to a single sex high school because of PALS, because I felt like I learned better like with just all girls. Like I didn't have any distractions. I could like stay focused. So as a result, PALS like helped me figure out how I learned best, which was in a single sex environment. And then like now I go to a college, which is all women's college in Boston. So I would say like that's the biggest impact that PALS has had on me so far, like the single sex environment. And just like helping me learn like the different learning strategies that I learned best. But I mean, that's pretty much why I came back, because I felt like it was a good program and I just wanted to see if I could like maybe help someone else, because someone helped me. Like I had a mentor too, so someone helped me along, and it's a good program. I liked it.
I don't know, I came back because I felt like I should come back. I felt like I should give back, just like Brittany was saying, because the program did help me a lot, and I felt like if I could also give back to another student, it would be my way of thanking PALS. So that was, I guess, my motivation for applying and, coming every day.
We have a character class, and all the girls in different grades have character classes. And so there we cover larger themes. And so we might talk about a certain virtue like honesty or responsibility. And then when the girls go to mentoring, they have like individual, like she said, step by step. So the mentor will try and see like what the girl's doing well and what she needs to work on. And once you pinpoint what you need to work on, any weaknesses, you can choose something you'd like to do and you work on that for that week. And then your mentor the next week checks up on you and sees like, how was that? Was that hard for you? What could we do to, accomplish that goal better? And just we try to find like specific concrete things that she can do or that any of the mentees can do to improve. So I would say like, instead of saying like, I'm going to study harder, we try to get them to say, well, I'm going to do 15 minutes of studying without interruptions. Like something just more specific and to make them more goal-oriented people.
This past school year, we were able to do a lot of work with our parent program, which is really exciting. We're constantly trying to build that up, but we really believe that parents are the primary educators of our students that are coming to PALS. We can't do anything without the parents' help. So we've been really working on trying to provide classes for the parents and different formative activities for the parents to grow in character themselves, and just to provide an atmosphere for them to be able to speak with other parents and understand what's going on amongst the communities that they're living in, what schools are worth pursuing, etc., and just providing that community and that support that the parents really need, because as we all know, it's really difficult to be a parent, particularly a single parent. So PALS is really a great place to provide that information to both mothers and fathers.
I got off the girls. That's the part I don't know.
It's like gentle.
All that.
3. Good. And burn your bread if you keep doing that thing. Turn it down a little bit. Thank you. It does feel weird, but it becomes second nature.
There you go.
Oh my god.
And in terms of extracurricular activities, we have this summer dance, chorus, arts and crafts, and cooking. And then during the school year, we've done a variety of different things, which include step performances or public speaking as well. And the idea behind that is that learning happens outside of the classroom as well as in. So this is a great opportunity for the girls to grow in leadership skills and kind of broaden their horizons in terms of their talents and what their interests are.
Working at PALS, I've done it since high school, and it's just been such a rewarding experience because you see the girls really change. They put a lot of effort into their work if you push them, and it's just a great experience.
We've had students come back to us and say, you know, that one character talk about generosity or that one character talk about punctuality or whatever had a great impact on me, you know, 5 or 10 years down the road. So we are planting seeds and watering seeds that have been planted. And the dropout rate in this area is something like 40 to 50%, and with our students, 97% of them do graduate from high school. Girls in our high school program, she was pretty quiet and, you know, kind of shy, but she kind of went with the group and kind of just did what she was supposed to do. That following school year, she was going into 11th grade, so I asked her if she wanted to come volunteer for us, and she definitely wanted to, and since then has come consistently every single Saturday. And the growth that she's had since she started volunteering for PALS is just amazing. She's just kind of come out of her shell from meeting her 2 years ago when she was just one of the shy girls in the classroom to now she's going off to college and leading a bunch of activities. You know, this past spring she led a bunch of activities at her school, and she's just super excited to jump into college. I'm really excited to see where she will go in the future.